Welcome back to Rural Queensland Today. Ben Dobbin with you this morning, and it is Thursday morning, the 12th of June. Peter Dowling, who is the Managing Director of the Central Highlands Development Corporation and does wonderful things in just making sure that everybody knows what an unbelievable destination and place the Central Highlands is. On Monday night, unfortunately I was unable to be there, they had their 10th annual Farm to Fine Dining Regional Produce Showcase. It's held in Brisbane and it was attended by in excess of 90 leaders and stakeholders. A phenomenal night and a phenomenal showcase of just how special the Central Highlands is. Pete, good morning, mate, and thank you so much for being with us.
Hey, good morning, Dobbo. How are you?
Really well, mate. It's a pretty spectacular place to live in, but this event, 10 years, I mean, this has been the brainchild of yourself and others, and this has just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it really is showcasing just what the Central Highlands has to offer and the growth that we hope continues to come from out of there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're really blessed with some foresight from our leaders 10 years ago. We had the chair of CHDC and the CEO at the time and our agribusiness development coordinator pull together that concept and put it into play. And it's really been a journey going forward, but always positive. And, the really good thing is that we get to showcase our region's produce, but also the people behind the produce. So every year we have brought down our producers for that year's dining delights and what they've contributed. And this 10-year anniversary, we actually invited all of our alumni, all of our previous producers, our previous board and CEO, and it was a really strong night, a lot of good conversation, but bedded down around the produce. And we had Jake Nicholson from Blackbird give us a really good overview of the quality, and the class of quality is world class. And that gives us, a bit of a chuff because, we like to put our producers in front of decision makers. And that's exactly what we did on Monday night.
What makes, and I mean, it's highlighting just how special the Central Highlands is, but what makes it so special? I mean, you look at the produce, and I was lucky enough to attend last year, and I was just blown away by the enormity of it, and just the calibre of businesses and producers in the room and strategic stakeholders. But what, to me, is the key driver, because it just keeps on getting better and stronger out there. And it's something that you guys have focused on a lot, and probably that we don't talk about. Just, everybody is working together in the Central Highlands.
Oh, spot on. So, we use terms like ecosystem, but that's just a bunch of really good people working together.
Yeah.
And that's what happens in our world. We're very fortunate that we've got that group of people that have buy-in, and they're across all sectors and all age groups, and they just want to do what's right for the region and to take us to the next level. So that's a bonus that we are blessed with. But then we have that wonderful geography, the resources that go with that, particularly water.
Yep.
But also, obviously, we're a very strong coal, metallurgical and thermal coal sort of bottom of the basin. So that's in our favour as well. And I think the simplicity, so the event itself is based on a very simple premise of showcasing our region's produce and its producers, and then having conversations. So as you and I sat together last year, Dobbo, it was about getting to know you and you me, and then we can do business and do other good things for our region and beyond our region through those relationships. So very simple premise. It's taking hold. And after 10 years, we certainly feel that it's hitting the mark, and it gets better every year, that's for sure.
And we're talking with Peter Dowling, obviously, and a key part, Managing Director of Central Highlands Development Corporation. And just moving forward, Pete, is enhancing your workforce and creating job opportunities so people can live in the Central Highlands. Is that the big challenge? Because you see your services are every year, whether or not it's an MRI, whether or not it's more clinics, dialysis seats, and this is in your region. you're getting more and more facilities, and obviously some of them are out of your control, but is it creating more job opportunities to get more people to live in your communities? Is that the biggest challenge?
It certainly is. So the opportunities here, attracting and retaining wonderful people into our part of the world is the game. So we did a workforce development and accommodation strategy in partnership with our council. Last year we launched it, and we're sort of deep in the throes of trying to deliver against 16 actions, and they're really integrated actions, Dobbo. They sort of go from that classic property review to see where we can free up some housing that then can be available to the workforce that we want. But that then goes hand in glove with childcare, and we're working very deeply at the moment in that space across Blackwater and Emerald to define the issue, but also consider what are those solutions that we can come up with to help that person who wants to come into region. They do then score a house, but then they need to find a place for their children. And that's, underpinning our region. We need to continue to do that good work. The other thing is just looking forward, for industry's purpose as well. So we've done some study work around innovation for our region to take the economy forward. And, it's not a lot of new, sizzling, starry-eyed stuff. It's really value-adding to what we have.
Yeah.
So, really got a really strong Central Queensland Smart Cropping Centre, and we value add to that. We've got a global leader in swarm farm robotics, and we want to add value to that. We've got a great horticulture industry that's building a really strong beef sector. We've got a quarter of Australia's beef herd in our region, so it's all really wonderful foundation stone for this region, but we need to value add to it. And, we're certainly pleased with the new government at the state level. We've had about 3 ministerial visits with the Deputy Premier only recently, and we've got Minister Last coming next week. So that all helps us to tell our story directly in region as well. As Monday night, we're out of region, but we're sitting at the table with decision makers, business, industry, a government, and just telling our story to them directly as well.
Oh, Peter, it's such an important organisation, and when you talk about just that community and the population there, I began my career in Queensland in Springshaw, and so, I was lucky enough to play for the Emerald Rams and play league for the Mountain Men, and I know that country, and I know what it was in the late 90s, and I now know what it's like there, and it doesn't happen and it doesn't grow without the serious dedication and commitment from people like yourself and organisations like what you're a part of. And it is just, I feel like we're just at the beginning. And I know that sounds, some people could say that's a real throwaway line, but, the Central Highlands Development Corporation, you guys have got a strategic plan. You've got a long-term vision. And I think with water and with population and with growth, and you talk about, and those, pillars that, from, mining to agribusiness to tourism to all those factors, they all, if you can get them all united and meshed together, well, geez, you've got a strong town and towns, and that's what you're building there. So well done. I understand that the preference behind it and why you go and do that on Monday night. I think it's unbelievable that you can showcase just the produce out of the Central Highlands to all of Queensland, and I appreciate your time. We need to talk more often because, I get a sense of pride about the Central Highlands, and we broadcast into there every day. Just a wonderful stuff that you do. So thanks for being with us. Really appreciate your time.
Pleasure, Dobbo, and credit to the CHDC team. We've got a wonderful group of people that are delivering for the region, and we'll continue to do that.
Good on you. We'll take a break, come back. This is Rural Queensland Today. It's Thursday morning, the 12th of June, across the Resonate Broadcast Network.